guys, and welcome to another Whitney's Wonders. So today I have a health update for you. Haven't done one in a while, so I figured I would hop on and explain some things. So I have started my journey with the medication called Entyvio. So like I mentioned before, this is a gut specific drug. I've been on it before. I had to stop it when I started my Cimzia, but now apparently I can do both at the same time, so that is what I'm doing. So the Entyvio is only about a half an hour infusion, so it's not too bad. I don't mind it at all. The only crappy part is I got to drive all the way to Cambridge to get it, and then all the way back. You have to sit afterwards to make sure that there's no, interactions, or I don't have any allergic reactions to the medication while they're there. I've done now 3 loading doses, and that's all I have to do for the loading doses. Now I would be on every 8 weeks taking this medication. So I'm going to call my doctor and see if he can prescribe it so that I can do it at home myself, because they come in injector pens now. I'm used to the syringes. I've done Humira before. That was the injector pen. You literally, I should do a video. I always say I'm going to, but I will do a video soon of showing you how to do these things. I know some people are squeamish, probably don't want to see it, but if you don't want to see it, you don't have to watch, right? So the injector pen, you just stick to your stomach or your thigh and hold it there. You push the button, the pen, like the injection, comes out into your skin, and it does the work for you. I'm used to the needle and syringe because then I can kind of push the medication in as I want to push it in, but either one is fine. They're both fine. So I do have the option to do the Entyvio at home by myself. I'm going to probably take that one because it'll save me at least, an hour and a half to 2 hours out of my day having to go to Cambridge, getting infused. And nothing against like any nurses or whatever, but sometimes my veins do not cooperate. And the last time I went, I had six. It was the 6th time before they finally got it working and fine. The first time I went was a scary experience. It ended up going in, I think, about here, up here. And it was fine at first. And then all of a sudden, like, I looked down because I was reading a book. So I looked down, or I felt my arm starting to hurt a bit, like where the IV was in. And I go, wow. So I looked down and my arm's starting to bulge out, and I'm going, oh, nurse, like, I was so scared. I had no idea what was going on. So I guess when you go too far, or you miss the vein, you just inject the saline under the skin. So what was happening was it had nowhere to go, so it was just starting to come out. So that bruised really bad after, and it didn't go down for about a day, but I felt like Popeye the Sailor Man because it was so bulgy out the side. But that has never happened to me before. So that was actually, I was quite scared at that because when it started, I've never had an IV site hurt. So I was like, what's going on? So I looked down and it's just exploding. So that was a little scary, but that's okay. So for the last time I went though, which was a couple days ago, they got it on one shot. No problem. It was good. I did drink a lot of water. Like, that's very important when you're going to get blood work or IVs or anything like that. You got to really stay hydrated. Or if you're too cold, I'm always cold at the infusion sites because they have that room so cold. The nurses are probably hot because they're running around doing a bunch of stuff, but it's cold when you're just sitting there. So your veins aren't very good when they're cold either, so they'll heat them up. But so yeah, I've started the Entyvio with the Cimzia. I haven't actually noticed really any changes at all since then. I'm still on 15 milligrams of prednisone as of right now. I'm assuming soon we might start tapering that down. I don't know what my gastroenterologist's plans are. I do meet with him next month, so we'll probably figure it out there. Or he might start tapering at that point. We'll see. I'm not sure. But I am currently still on the Cimzia that I give myself 2 needles a month for. And then every 8 weeks, I will either go for an infusion of Entyvio until I can talk to him, or I can get the needles at home to do myself. I have noticed a little in my left foot the last week and a half. It's been extremely swollen some days. I don't know what's going on with that. I figured maybe it's just an AS thing, but there was a couple other parts of my body that felt swollen, but my foot is really and it's not that it's incredibly painful, it just gets really swollen to the point where it's just uncomfortable. So I don't know what that's meaning, if my AS is acting up in my feet or I'm not sure, but it's just on the top of the foot and nowhere else, no ankle, no nothing, just the top of my foot, the skin there. So I've had that happen before, but now it's I elevate it every night because it doesn't seem to be going away, but hopefully it does soon. Other than that, things are things are as well as they can be. I have noticed that I don't have as much energy, and things are starting to slow down now that I'm going on the lower dose of prednisone. When you're on the higher doses of that stuff, you guys have probably seen the videos. I felt great. It was amazing. A lot of people call it the devil's drug, but I quite enjoyed it just for the fact of how it made me feel. So hopefully, as we're tapering that down too, I don't have a whole bunch of symptoms coming back, because the worst one is when my back hurts, and it's inflammation from my AS, that it's hard to move, hard to get around, and that's really irritating. Like I said, as a 30, well, now this month I'm going to be 35 years old. But it's really irritating in your 30s when you can't, move around much or do things, and then people say just move around more. It's like it's inflammation that is very never going away unless I'm taking these drugs. And when I am on them and they work, it feels amazing. I can move as much as I want. But some days it's a little harder than others. But recently, because of the prednisone, it's been okay. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how these two meds go. Not sure what the next steps are if they don't work. Don't know when he's going to want to do the next colonoscopy to kind of see what the next steps are. But I'm assuming in the next 6 months to a year, he will do one just to see how the Entyvio is working on the inside as well, because it's literally just for the gut. So that's what it's going to target, and hopefully take down some of the inflammation that's in my belly there and get me back on track so that I don't have to do any surgeries or colostomy bags or anything like that. That is the goal. So we'll see how that's going to go. But just wanted to hop on quick, give you guys a quick health update. Things are well. Things are the same as they always are. And I hope you guys are doing well as well. Like, comment, subscribe, the usual. Keep it going. I love when you guys are watching these videos. And hopefully you're along for my journey. But I probably will do a video of maybe showing you how I do injections. Maybe I'll do it into my thigh. Not very comfortable having my stomach out for everybody and doing it. But the thigh would work, and you could see how I inject myself. So it might be a future video. Who knows? We'll see. But take it easy, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.